Hey guys, it's Loves to Loom, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create my new braided Dizdash bracelet. I am so obsessed with this bracelet. I think it is awesome. I came up with this design based on my original Dizdash bracelet. This bracelet is reversible, so you can wear it on this super cute side, or you can flip it over and wear it on this side. It definitely depends what your preference is. So to make this bracelet, you will need approximately 146 bands. The middle dashes took about 74, and then for the border and the middle here, it took about 72. So if that helps you to get your products together or your bands together. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. For this bracelet, you will need one loom, one C-clip, and one hook. I'm using my metal hook from rainbowloom.com. For my bands, I will be using limited edition glitter bands. They are blue and silver, and that will be for my border. And then for my middle dashes, I'll be using regular blue. For your loom setup, make sure you have 2 bar pins in a staggered position with the arrow facing in the right direction. And I did remove the back bar pin just to give me a little bit more room to work with. We will only be using 7 pins for this bracelet. So there's 4 back here and these 3 in the front. So as long as you have those 4 and these 3, it doesn't matter where on the loom you're doing your bracelet. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with one of my blue bands, which is going to be the color of my dashes. And I'm going to lay that from this pin here and up to the right, kind of like a diagonal. But no twisting, just lay it straight across like that. And we're going to do the same from this pin here to the upper left. Also no twisting. So just like that. All the bands that we lay on these pins right here are going to be your dashes. So let me just show you. So all the colors that go in here, and then on this side, all of this is going to be that color. So that can help you decide what colors you want to use. Now we're going to be laying our border bands, which is going to go from this pin here to this pin here. And I'm going to be using my silver at first. And now we're going to go from the middle to the outer right. And there's no twisting. So you should have something that looks like that. And now once you have that laid, we are going to go ahead and do a hooking step. We're going to be taking the blue and crossing it over onto this upper pin. Just like that. We're going to do the same to the right side. So just grabbing that band, bringing it across and hooking it to that upper pin. So now we have nothing on these bottom pins. Now we're going to actually go ahead and add on another band. So just push those down a little bit. We're going to be adding on another dash band, so it'll be blue again. And we're going to put that from here straight across. Doing the same to the other side. Just like that. And now I'm going to turn my loom around so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to turn that around. Because we have 3 bands now on these 2 back pins. And for this very first time, we're only going to loop 1 bottom band. The rest of the bracelet, it will be 2, but right now it's just 1. So grab that very bottom blue band and just bring it up and over. Do the same on the right side, just grabbing that 1 bottom band and bringing it over. Go ahead and turn your loom back around. Push your bands down a little bit so we have some room to work with. And now we're going to add on 2 more of our border bands. I'm going to now go to blue. So go from the middle out to this left pin. And now from the middle, it looked silver. Once I stretched it, I didn't think I used the right color. And now from the middle pin out to the upper right. Just like that. And now we're going to go ahead and do another hooking step. So we are not going to be hooking these yet. I want to work with the blue first. So we're going to go ahead, grabbing this blue band here, we're going to cross it over again onto this upper pin, doing the same to the right side. And I would push it down a little bit because now we have to add on another dash band, which is blue, from here to here, just straight across. Same thing on the right side. Now I'm going to turn my loom around because we're going to hook that blue again. And now this time we have 4 bands. Let me just separate it so you can see. Now we have, there we go. Now we have 4 bands on our pins here. Now, and for the rest of the bracelet, we're going to take the bottom 2 bands and we're going to bring them up and over like you did the first time. Grabbing the 2 bottom bands, bringing them up and over. I'm going to turn it back around. I'm just going to push it down a little bit. And now once you've done that step, now we can go ahead and loop our border bands. So we have 4 bands on this middle pin here. You're going to grab the bottom 2 and you're going to bring them up and over. On the sides here, there's 2 bands. We're just going to grab that very bottom band and bringing it up and over. Same thing on the left side. There's 2 bands, grabbing the very bottom band and bring that up and over. Go ahead and push your bands down, and we're going to do that all over again. If you've seen my Dizdash bracelet, it's pretty much the exact same thing, except we have this pin here that we have to work with, and obviously we're doing this step twice. But if you've done the Dizdash, you should pick up on it very quickly. So now we're going to lay one of our border bands. So from this middle pin to the outer pin, I'm going to go back to silver. Now we're going to do the same on the right side, going from the middle out to the upper right. Now we're going to be crossing our blues over. So grabbing the blue, going across that border band like that. Same thing on the right side. Now we're going to add on another blue band, same spot here. And when you lay this down, see mine got kind of crooked here, you just want to make sure that that one is the very top band so it doesn't get mixed up. So go over here, push that down a little bit, lay that band straight across just like you did the first one. And now we're going to turn the loom around. And we're going to grab the very 2 bottom bands and bring them up and over. Grabbing the 2 bottom bands and bringing them up and over. Now I'm going to turn my loom back around. And I'm going to go ahead and loop my border bands. So I'm going to grab these 2 bottom bands on my middle pin here. And I'm just going to bring that up and over. And then on my sides, there's 2 bands. We're going to just grab the bottom band and bring that up and over. And we're going to push them down. And now we're going to go ahead and add on another border band. I'm going to use my blue this time, going from the middle to the upper left and the middle to the upper right. And now we're going to cross our blues. So bringing that to the forward pin. Doing the same on the right side. Now we're going to go ahead and add on another one of our dash bands, which is blue. Same thing on the right. And now, once again, we're going to turn our loom around. And we're going to pull the 2 bottom bands up and over. Grabbing the 2 bottom, bringing it up and over. Turning that loom back around. And now we can go ahead and loop our border bands. So once again on this middle pin here, we're going to grab the 2 bottom bands and bring them up and over. And now we're going to grab the bottom band on the outsides and bring them up and over. And we're going to just keep repeating this step all the way until our desired length is achieved. So I'm going back to silver for my border band, adding that from the middle to the left. Doing the same on the right side, going from the middle to the outer right. And now I'm going to bring my blue forward, crossing over that. And now I'm going to go ahead and add on another, as I call it, another dash band, since it's what forms our dashes. So remember, every time the steps are, you're going to lay your border bands, then you're going to cross over the blue, then you're going to lay another blue, and then we're going to do this step. So we're going to grab the bottom 2 bands, bringing it up and over, grabbing the bottom 2 bands, bringing it up and over. And if it's easier for you while you're back here, you can go ahead and just loop your side bands. I just like to turn it around and do the middle first, and then I do the back 2. But it's up to you. Whatever's easier. You just want to stick with whatever pattern you're using so you don't get confused or, mess up or forget to loop something. Now, as you can see, mine is kind of getting a little squished in here, so I'm just going to try to work it down through here. If you have a rainbow loom, that's what I would recommend. If you do not have a rainbow loom, you can try to pull it through this or through your back or off to the side. I have not tried it without it growing down here, so I hope you can pull it through the back there. You should be able to. I don't see why you wouldn't. Okay, so now that we've done that looping step, I got to go to this middle here, grabbing the 2 bottom bands and do it up and over. And normally I would now go to my back sides, but I already did that. So yeah. So now, starting at step 1 again, I'm going to add my border band, going from the middle to the outer left, going from the middle to the outer right. I'm going to cross over my blue. Now I'm going to add on another one. And now I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to loop my 2 bottom 2 up and over. So I do have another tutorial coming actually very soon, guys. I was making this bracelet actually. I was trying to make another one of this version in a different color, and I was actually doing a little bit of a different step, and I didn't catch one that I was doing that, and it made like a whole nother bracelet. So that'll be coming soon, and it's super cute. But yeah, anyway, back to the bracelet. So now we're going to go ahead and do our middle and our sides, which is our border band. So grabbing the 2 bottom, bringing it up and over, grabbing the bottom, bringing it up and over. So at this point, I'm just going to keep going. And yeah, you guys can just like keep watching. I'm not going to keep explaining at this point. I'll just let you guys watch in case you have not figured out, quite what I'm doing at this point. And then after a few times, I will go off camera and finish the length of my bracelet. But for now, you can just keep watching and hopefully you pick up the instructions. I have not done this yet with limited edition bands, so hopefully, you know, some bracelets, at least I think, some bracelets look a little different when you use the limited edition bands, but usually for the better. I think they make the bracelets look a lot cleaner and tighter, but sometimes they can be a little bit too, like, thick for certain bracelets. I don't know, that's what I found anyway, so hopefully it's not the case. Oops, I just shot a rubber band across the room. Just remember, it's always the bottom two on this back side. And it's always two on this front one too. Let's see if I can pull it through now. There it is, growing out of the bottom. So there you can see it's starting to grow. Ah, I'm loving the colors. Yeah. Okay, so where was I? Alright. Just going to do it a few more times just to make sure we are all on the same page. And if you have not seen my original Dizdash design, please check that out. I think it will make making this bracelet a whole lot easier, and I think it's super cute. So, you should definitely check that out if you have not done so already. So yeah, about like an hour before I just started filming this, I was outside and I went to get something out of my car and I took a nasty fall. So that was, that sucked. I got scrapes all up and down my legs. My foot is throbbing. And my wrist hurts. And it happens to be the wrist I loom with. So, hopefully, I don't wake up too hurt tomorrow. But yeah, that was awful. I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I hope I didn't offend anyone by just saying the word I just said. If I did, I apologize. I wasn't thinking. Okay, where was I? Bottom two. So I think I've done this quite a few times. Oh, that's not good. Basically, my two side bands just popped off, so I'm just putting them back on. And my blue should be on top. So, yeah, so I have done this a couple times. So, at this point, I am going to go ahead and finish the length of my bracelet off of camera. If you have not caught on to the looping process thus far, please go ahead and rewind this video, and hopefully you can, just rewatch it to pick up how to do it. And then we will go ahead and meet up at the end. Alrighty, guys, so I did go ahead and finish up the length of my bracelet. So now we can go ahead and close it up together. And before I start the next step, just make sure that your loom looks exactly like mine. The very last step that you completed should be the border band and like the middle band here. So just basically make sure you have one single band on these two outer ones here, as well as the back two. And then there should be two bands on the middle and the two middle back ones. So if it looks exactly like this, let's go ahead and close it up. So whatever color you were going to add on next for your border, go ahead and add that on. This would have been the very next step anyway, if you were to continue. So go ahead and add that border band on the left and then to the right. And then we're going to do the next step, which would be to cross this blue straight over. And now do not add on another band like you would normally do. Now we're just going to turn our loom around. There should be 3 bands on the 2 middle pins here. We're going to grab the bottom 2 and bring it up and over that 1 band. Grabbing the bottom 2, bringing it up and over. So now we have only 1 band on the 2 middle pins. So you can go ahead and turn your loom back around. And now we've eliminated these 2 front pins from having bands. So now go in the middle here, grabbing the 2 bottom bands, bringing them up and over. And now we can do the 2 back ones. So just grab the bottom band, bringing it up and over. Also grabbing the left bottom band, bringing that up and over. So now we have bands, or 2 bands on this middle pin here. And what we're going to do, and then your back pins still have theirs, but so the back 2 should have 1 band on the outer, 1 band on the middle, back, and 2 on the front. Sorry, I lost focus there for a second. Alright, so we're going to be moving our blue to the outer border ones. Getting all tongue-tied. You can tell I'm getting tired. So grab that single blue band off of this pin here carefully and just stretch it over like so to this one. Doing the same to the right side, just grabbing that 1 band and bringing it over like that. Now, so that I don't have to, because we're going to be putting 1 rubber band on 3 pins, so that we're not stretching them out like crazy. Let's go ahead and we're going to just move this band in a little bit closer. I'm just going to move it to the one in front of it. So pick up both of those bands and just bring it to the one in front of it like that. And we're going to do the same on this side. Grabbing the 2 bands and just moving it over like that. And make sure you get both of them on there. See, I'm actually struggling a bit. There we go. Alright, so we are down to only 3 pins. And now you're just going to put a triangle around all 3 of these. I'm just going to use silver. Just like that. And now we're just going to bring these 3 sides up and over. So I'm going to do that up and over. Same here. And same on this back one. Grabbing the 2 bands, bringing it up and over. And now, just so we can get them down to 1 pin so we can put our C-clip on, I'm going to bring this middle to this upper back left. Just be very careful when taking it off. Just stretch that back like that. And now bring this right side and just add it on top of this left one. Use your finger to hold it. I'm going to turn it around so you can see. Now we have 3 bands on this pin here. And that is where you're going to slide your C-clip on. So you can take it off to do it, or you can just use your hook to pull it out like I'm doing. Grab your C-clip. We're going to pop it on there, and just make sure you get it around all 3 of the bands. Like that. And carefully pop it off of the pin. And now I'm going to pull it off of my loom. And then, like always, I like to locate my C-clip, and I just like to pull on it a little bit. And there you have it hooked. Now you can go ahead and find the other end. And where I like to hook it on this bracelet is because, see, you have these like two little blue ones. I don't like to use those because it's only one single band. So I like to go in here, right there where my silver is, and I grab those two bands. And that's where I attach it. You can do it on the other ones if you'd like, but I just feel like it's better on that one. So that's where I do it. And yeah, so we are completed. And there you have the finished bracelet of my braided Dizdash design. I am so loving this bracelet, you guys. Like, I think it looks so awesome. And this color combo looks really good. My lighting's not real good to show like how cool this color is, but it's so awesome. I definitely recommend anyone making this bracelet to use limited edition bands for the outside, because I mean it is really like super cool. So yeah, I hope you guys like it as much as I do. You can reverse it and wear it on this side as well. If you do wear it on this side, you can see how it's kind of like bending in. I just like play with it and kind of push it out, and I go all the way around doing that, and it will pop it out. As you can see, it already did it there. So yeah, there you have, once again, my braided Dizdash bracelet. It is my own original design. Here is my other one. So there you can actually see the difference between the limited edition and the regular bands. I mean, they both look good, but I feel like this one just looks so sleek and clean. But yeah, so if you did like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so already, also hit the subscribe button below. And thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye!